Okay, to get the corresponding chi-squared test statistic and p-value using the calculator, I first need to enter in the values from the contingency table into the matrix menu in the calculator. A matrix is just a rectangular array of numbers, and that is what I have here in the table. Okay, so to do that, you want to push second and then X inverse, and you'll get your matrix menu. And you want to scroll over to edit, and that is where you can input values into matrix form. Okay, so I'm going to click on enter for matrix A, and I've already done the entering, but you'll notice that you'll have an option here to change the dimensions of the matrix. For matrices, the number of rows comes first, then the number of columns. So if you look at the problem, I have 2 rows, male and female, and 6 columns. Each column is the categories of ages. Okay, so I put in 2, then pressed enter, then put in 6 and press enter, and then I could go in and the cursor will move left to right, and I just type in those values and push enter. Okay, so once you have everything put into your matrix, now I'm going to click on Stat and right arrow over to Tests. Okay, the same place where you found all of your other hypothesis tests. And I'm going to scroll down until I find this chi-square test. Okay, so you'll see that I have a chi-square test. This means chi-square test of independence. Okay, so I'm going to click on enter. Now it defaults to have the observed matrix as matrix A, and that is where I put those observed values. Now the calculator is nice with respect to the fact that I do not have to put in the expected values. In other words, I don't have to create a second matrix, matrix B, and put in those expected values that I calculate by hand. The calculator will do that calculation for you. So all you need to input is the observed values into matrix A. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down to calculate and press enter, and you'll see that I get the corresponding chi-square test statistic, which is about 1.21, and the corresponding p-value. Okay, and as obtained before, we failed to reject the null hypothesis, and this test is always an upper-tailed test. Now to see the matrix of expected values, if you actually want those values, I'm going to go back to the matrix menu, and you'll notice now that I have some information in matrix B. It is also a 2x6 matrix, and it will be the matrix of expected values. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down to matrix B and press enter. Oops, sorry about that. I meant to be in the edit portion of the matrix menu. I apologize. So I'm going to scroll over to edit. There we go. And then scroll down to matrix B, and now I will be able to see those actual values. Okay, so it's a 2x6 matrix, and here are the expected values if you wanted to do that test statistic by hand. Okay, so this is a 2x6, so to see the rest of the values I just need to click on the right arrow, and it will move the screen so that you can see each individual entry.